Yo, 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 what up, y'all? I want to welcome you to the Coffee and Convo podcast with your man Lyricist. I want to thank everybody that's been supporting my other podcast, the Lyricist podcast. Starting to do good things, making good moves, good strides in the industry, and I appreciate you guys for being supportive. Um, and like I said, I plan on keeping Coffee and Convo because it's something that's more intimate. It's more me and you guys, and I love to have my co-host and guest on and all that other stuff. But this right here is this is from me to you. So um, there's been a lot going on. As you can tell, my background is kind of crazy and stuff because we just finished celebrating Christmas. Getting ready for the New Year's, and it's episode 24 of Coffee and Convo, and it's been dope, yeah. It's been dope, and being able to express things from a personal place with you guys, and I hope it's been able to guide some and help some, with the difficulties in their lives. And this is organic. There's nothing written down. There's nothing that's prepared. It's just a topic that came to me like, okay, that's good topic. Good topic to talk about. And today's topic is going to be about matching energy. Match their energy. And I feel like this is something that I should talk about because a lot of times we get caught up caring about what other people think, how they feel, and you know, we let our guard down. And being the age that I'm at right now and being around the people I've been around in the music industry, in the hospitality industry, doing business as entrepreneur, you know, I've learned a lot about people. I've learned a lot. And we take these classes off so we can connect on this topic. People don't surprise me, not anymore. Most of the time, if you sit back and you watch, they'll show you what their intentions are. Don't matter who it is. You can have the best intentions for them, and they can have the worst intentions for you, especially after they've been around for a while and they see that they can't get what they want out of you. You know, typically, you find yourself in a situation where you're caught off guard. You don't think that a person should behave in a certain manner, but you have to also catch yourself and realize, like, wow, you know, I'm in a situation where it's me or them. I'm going to tell a story. And the story I'm going to tell is about an individual I met on social media. And it was on my platform where I allow a lot of people come up and talk about their thoughts when it comes to music, whether it's purists. Excuse me. Still early in the morning here. I have to get these podcasts in before my kids get up. So everybody comes up. They talk about music, whether it's casuals, purists, it doesn't matter. They come up and talk about music. So, I met a lot of people, you know, um, on that platform. I've connected with a lot of people. So this particular individual, had ideas about working together and doing podcasts and all that other stuff. I had no issue with it. And his biggest thing with me was like he liked to argue. So he felt like our opposing thought patterns and positions would make for a good podcast. That may be true, but it all depends on how do you handle things outside of making content. Do you guys have the a chance of even working together or even being remotely cool with each other outside of creating content. And it was many times where I bumped heads with this individual. And every single time we bump heads, it seemed like the shots became more and more personal. We would disagree on multiple things. Now, in a business relationship, you will disagree, but you also have a space to where it is you're able to work with this person and respect this individual. I think it was a situation where the individual did not respect me. And, I'm speaking to him with respect. He's blowing off, he's going off the deep end, talking to me crazy. Now, I never let people do that, but I'm hopeful that this individual will snap out of it and we're able to move forward and continue doing business. Now, one of our other partners had a great idea. We teamed up, all three of us, and we decided to, work on a league together. And the thing is, like with this individual, it's like even throughout that entire ordeal, if his point of view was different from mine, he was increasingly negative. He was increasingly oppositional. And there's nothing wrong with opposing things, but just because you want to be contrary consistently doesn't mean that it's good for context. Doesn't mean that it's good for business. So I was able to execute and do different things for that vision that, our partner had. And, you know, it just seemed like his only goal was to stir up shit. And it didn't matter who he did it with. So the people that we brought in to help out, to help grow the league and everything else, he was just being a contrarian to them, being difficult with them, stirring the pot, co-signing shitty behavior, like trolling celebrities. And for me, I thought that was like we're better than that. We can grow and head in a positive direction without being fucking trolls. So when I had this conversation with him, this was where I took a step back and I went into observation mode. He went off and he was extremely disrespectful. I was called out of my name. I was disrespected in multiple ways. Now, if that third party wasn't there at that time, I would have cut that individual off. But he talked me into being cool, letting it go, moving past it. I had no issue with that. So, for the sake of the business, I took a step back but I also gave a stern warning. And that stern warning was, look, you can say however you feel about an individual, but don't be disrespectful. So this grown man, oh, you're so annoying. You get on my nerves. You're supposed to be supportive, blah, 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 blah. Okay. I'd say, look, by me being a person that's older than you, let me tell you how life really works. You don't run around throwing around the verbiage that someone annoys you, that someone makes you sick, and still expect them to do business with you or take you seriously, business wise, because that is something that's sitting in the back of your mind. That person fucking annoys you. That person gets on your nerves. You don't like this individual. When you use strong words like that, it actually means something. And I tell people, you got to take them for their words. And I warned them. I said, look, I heard you loud and clear. There's just certain things you don't say if you're trying to be friends with someone. If I don't like someone, I don't deal with them. I made that abundantly clear in that conversation. So he tried to walk it back and apologize. I got the apologies in my DMs and all that other stuff. And Cool, whatever. Fast forward, we have another moment. And what I decided to do is to take a step back to avoid having those blowouts and those arguments publicly now that we're starting to bring people into the business. So I guess during that time of me being quiet and everything else, he didn't know what was going on, made him feel away, and he started talking crazy again. I ignored it. So I'm doing album reviews and all that other stuff. And him and another guy decide they want to troll because I gave a review on their favorite artist that they didn't like, and I gave another review on other artists that they felt like should have had lower than their favorite artists. And I had to remind them, it's my opinion. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't hurt that artist. They don't care. So no, they just want to go keep going, keep going, keep going. I think the other guy, he's a follower. So, he was trolling. So I kind of like wrote him off. I didn't really care what he had to say. But the things that kept coming out of this guy's mouth, it was more poignant. It was more, I don't like you, and you keep showing me reasons not to like you, which is cool. You don't like my opinions. That's why you wanted to do a podcast with me, because I was opposite you. So it became this real big weird thing. Like, you have an agenda. You have an agenda against my favorite artists. So you're up to no good if you have an agenda against my favorite artists. And I'm like, dude, there's no fucking agenda. No one cares. No one cares. Okay. It's just reviews. In our little Discord and shit, I put the reviews up there. And I know they're gonna watch this episode and get pissed, nor do I care. So it's like, dude, it's just reviews. It's okay. And then, he swear he was trolling, which was cool. If you were trolling, learn how to troll, right? But I tell people, you gotta listen to how people talk to you. You gotta listen. You cannot allow people to gaslight you, because then you're warping your own reality. Is it really worth it? So they was doing like a name call, like calling me what like Lyricist or some shit like that. It was so weird shit. But like, okay, cool. You guys troll. We always troll each other. And then this individual was like, you know what? I hate to be the one to tell you this, but somebody needs to do it. I'm like, wait. I thought we were always trolling each other. This is the part where energy was matched. Nah, man, I felt like you had an agenda, and I've been questioning your shit for a long time. So, you know, I don't really like the way you reviewed this artist, and I don't think you was fair. I think it was disingenuous. And they love that word, disingenuous. I think they just really discovered that fucking word like a month ago. I think it's really disingenuous, and you're not being fair, and you know, you have an agenda against that artist. That artist is a billionaire. Do you think that artist cares about my opinion when it comes to their album? So at the end of the day, that opinion was an opinion for just that individual. And I was the only person that had that opinion. Cry about it. So, I'm like, okay, this is weird. So he started talking crazy and everything again. I said, you know what? Let me keep my mouth shut, because people don't need to be seen as argue in a public format. They don't need to see the leaders of this business argue publicly. So I kept my mouth shut. And I'll just focus on business. So when I kept my mouth shut, I was removed from the Discord. Now, our other business partner said he had no idea what the hell was going on. So I brought everything to his attention so he can understand before I even made a move. Like, how far left this shit was going. And I know who engineered it all. So it's just a good old fashioned puppeteer pulling the strings on the puppets. So the puppeteer pulled the string, had me removed from the Discord. Didn't have my credentials removed. Then removed me from the social media. Cool. I let my business partner know this. One of the three, the person that actually who created the thing. I let them know exactly what was going on, just so I can keep them in the loop. And then when I finally get added back to the Discord after having a conversation with all like the other two guys, and the other guy, oh well, I would have never done that to you. I would have never removed you. This is the same guy that said he was sick of me. This is the same guy that said that, you know, he didn't respect me and I wasn't good at my job. Music review ain't my job. Honestly, I have multiple businesses. This be one. That ain't my job. I just like to do it because I love music. And I think everybody should share their thoughts when it comes to music or anything. So, I get back in there. I'm still chill. I'm not hanging out in the Discord talking to all the guys like that because, it's just like they created a situation, they made it weird. And it would have been weird for them because I step in the room, everybody get quiet, which is cool. It's not a big deal. But when I decide to be quiet and I do the grown folk thing, right? I keep my fucking mouth shut. I don't stir the pot. I just shut up. Don't do anything. Just sit back and observe. And I observed a lot. I seen who was uh picking sides. I seen who was on the other side of the fence, right? So I go, and I know it's a long story, but it's necessary. I go, I do my own thing on TikTok, and then like people that this individual don't deal with anymore popped up in my life. So they're getting mad because this individual came into my life. Cool, whatever. Strike one against them. Strike two is I'm doing something that I created, right? So I created a draft for artists, and with my other business partner, I said, hey, you know what? If we're gonna use this for the league, me being forward thinking, me thinking about the league, me thinking about the business endeavor that me and these two guys thought about, me thinking about moving a needle. And y'all heard me talk about moving needles before. So I'm thinking about moving the needle forward. I say, you know what? Let's take my idea that's been successful on this platform and let's combine it with this idea, and let's move forward with it. Let's see what it does. Let's test it out tonight during my draft. We did that. The person that started the business that me and this other clown was a part of, he started the business. I brought him a part of it just so he can check it out and see if it'll work for our business. So, I'm being told that I'm stealing ideas. Keep in mind, most of these individuals met on my platform. I was doing that on my platform before they even had the idea to even do this stuff. So, in the group conversation where we finally go into the Discord, because this dude went off, called me out of my name, said all this crazy shit about me on the Discord publicly. Now that put me in a position where I had to respond, where I normally wouldn't have responded. So that put me in a position to where it is I had to respond. So that was another example of me matching your energy. You are publicly putting shit out there in this place that we've built for all our for all our competitors, for all our people that's going to be competing in our league. You put this stuff publicly out there. So no one chose to stop him. So guess what I did? I matched the energy. I matched the energy. So for every disrespectful thing he said, I quadrupled that shit. And that's one thing about me is that I don't go around disrespecting people. I don't go around trying to hurt individuals. So he started this smear campaign. Fuck Lyricist. Lyricist is a liar. He lied about this. He lied about that. Blah, blah, blah. So once I asked the question, what did I lie about? You lied about being removed from the Discord. I can't lie about it. If I actually went to the motherfucker and it says that I didn't have access, he had to send me an invite. He forgot that he sent me an invite and I re entered the room. Well, it didn't show that you re entered the room. Motherfucker, I don't know why I didn't show that, nor do I care. It probably didn't show that I re entered the goddamn group because I was already there originally. It doesn't have to always welcome you back. We're talking about technology here. Who cares? Who cares? So at the end of the day, you know, oh well, you 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 lied about, you know, uh being booted out and everything, and you removed me from your friends list. I'm like, yeah, yeah. You're doing a campaign on me lying. You said you didn't really fuck with me like that. You said you didn't like me. So if I don't like a person or I don't do business with a person, why would I fake follow you? I don't support you. But I guess he wanted the 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 follow. The follow meant that much to him. They were so hurt. Him and this other guy was so hurt over the fact that I unfollowed them. Oh, that means you blocked me. So he told everybody in the Discord that I blocked them, right? So they call themselves boycotting my live, of which I wouldn't have even realized that they was in my live anyway, because my live, I usually have multiple hundreds of people in my live. So it wouldn't even matter. So I'm like, okay. So I see where the line was drawn. I see where sides were picked. Because I was quiet, nobody knew what I was up to. So they want to tell the other guy, oh, he's trying to steal your idea. He's trying to do this. If I wanted to do it, it would have been done and it would have been nothing they can fucking do about it. I don't move like that. I don't operate in that space. I do what needs to be done. So I gave my word about what business was going to get done for that vision. I supported that vision. So after we had this meeting and he says crazy shit, I say crazy shit. I match the energy. I match the fucking energy. So you threaten me and I match your energy. And you don't like how I match your energy. There's no rules when you threaten a person. So I just knew in that moment, this was toxic. Then one of the other little troll fuckers was like, well, I don't like the fact that you did the draft and played music on your platform. So what? Well, you can't play music on your platform. So if you're going to be dealing with us, you can't do this on your platform. I thought that was the funniest shit ever. This guy with less movement than me trying to tell me exactly how to run my business. Tell me how to run my platform. Try to gatekeep something that I was a part of and something that I created. The guy that is the innocent bystander and all of this, he engineered or created the idea of the league. Between me and him, we stabilized it even more. This dude think I care about the fact that he created a Discord. That wasn't even your original idea. So if it was the original idea, then it'd be cool. But it wasn't an original idea. creating a fucking TikTok account for the account was not your original idea. If it was your original idea, it'd be different. So, trying to gatekeep something and not have control over it is ignorant. And then poking the bear of the individual that already had that idea prior to this shit. It's easy to bully other people, okay? But you can't bully somebody that has a omega mindset or even an alpha mindset. I don't mind being alone. I don't mind doing things by myself. I've done it. That's how I got to this point. That's how I met everybody there. It doesn't matter to me. I don't put an emphasis on what's mine, what's this, what's that. If there's not a working plan to move that shit forward other than actively, I don't know, trolling the entire community on TikTok, then what else you got? Let the real creators create. Let the real businessmen do business. You little boys trying to gatekeep shit with no fucking vision or direction. And without this one individual pushing his vision, there would be no vision. That's why I'm still cool with that individual. But trying to control me is just showing me that you're insecure. I laugh at insecurity because that's not my issue. It's not my problem. So I said that to say this. I matched the energy across the board. I was like, you know what? It's cool. Let me drop this shit. Drop the shit. Went and did my own thing. It was like I never left. 900 to 1,000 people checking my account every single day to see when I'm going live. I'm getting hundreds of messages every single day of when I'm going to get back to my stuff. I put it on hold to support somebody else's vision. And I help grow that vision. Now it's sad that things had to work out this way. But it's cool because at the end of the day, you get an idea of who you're dealing with. And once you get an idea and they come to you a certain type of way, you match that energy. You match that energy. If they show you disrespect, unfortunately, you may have to disrespect them back. If they try to punch you in the mouth, you punch them right back in the mouth. There's no victims in this stuff. You don't have to be a victim to anybody. You stand your ground. You do what you believe. You don't have to sit up there and just let somebody speak to you because speak crazy to you like you don't know what the hell you're doing. Like you don't know what's next for you. I know what's next for me. I have a vision. I've been operating in my vision for a minute. So when these individuals behave in a manner to where it is they try to control what you do, it's because they fear you. Yeah, and I said it. It's fear, operating out of fear. Because since I've been gone, ain't shit been moving, ain't shit been shaking. And it's okay. I wish them the best. But don't throw stones. Don't throw stones. Because I throw mountains. I match energy. Sometimes I exceed it unapologetically. Now, I don't care who sees this. I don't care who feels away after seeing this. I match energy no matter what. I am not in a bubble. I can't be put in a bubble. Don't allow yourself to get put in a bubble If it causes you to go against the grain to get to the next level, do it. Do it. Nobody can take that from you. Period. It doesn't matter how cool you want to be with people. Never be cool with someone to the point to where it is you sacrifice who you are as an individual. Never. Never allow someone to take your individuality from you. And that's the problem when people get in these groups. They forget how to stand alone. I never forgot. I still operate as an individual. I can contribute to things without taking from myself. I don't have to rob Peter to pay Paul. I don't have to rip my soul out of my body to make sure somebody else's shit is good or they're happy. That level of sacrifice is never necessary in situations like this. If we're going to do business, let's do business. Let's execute on a high level doing business. I put a plan into place and go to work with that plan. You put a plan into place and then go to work with that plan. Not I bring everything to the table and you do nothing. Not if I stand alone and I do my own thing, that I can't do my own thing because it's detrimental to the vision. Pay me for the vision then. Go out there and do what I've done in the last 3 years. And that's the problem, that I was arguing with the individual that had a small mind. I was arguing with the individual that has never been successful. I was arguing with the individual that doesn't know how to be an individual. So he gatekeep, he cries, complains, and tries to control. All the noticeable signs of a narcissist. So I removed myself from that situation. Because I tell you this too, the moment you feel like you have to match someone's energy or exceed it, it's time to remove yourself from that environment. If you find yourself, especially if it's toxic, remove yourself from that environment. You're going to force me to match that energy? You're going to force me to be that person? Cool. Once I do that, there's no coming back from it. And that was my energy at that point. I matched it and I separated myself from it. Force me to be a certain type of way, and I will definitely fucking remove myself from it because I ain't losing no peace over it. Especially something I ain't see no money from. I'm not going to lose my peace. Period. Now, that may rub people the wrong way, and I really don't care. Because it's the truth. I say that to anybody, even the person that's still pushing the vision. If you're losing your peace from it, remove yourself from it or cut out the cancer. Me, I'm not cutting out the cancer. I got other shit going on. I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to go back to what I do best. And that's my shit. That's my shit. I don't care about nothing else but my shit. I didn't share this story on my other podcast. It wasn't necessary. I wanted to share it here in a personal setting. Never be afraid to match their energy. Because most of the time, if they don't stand on shit, they gonna buckle. Period. They buckle. They start witch hunts when they're afraid of you. They try to gang up on you when they can't handle you. They start rumors when they ain't really got no control or no power. It's divide and conquer. Now, for the individuals that allow this cat to get in their heads and tell them all this other bullshit, that's cool. Whatever. That's your world. My world is I'm gonna keep doing me. Sergey Music Group, the Lyricist Podcast, Coffee and Convo Podcast, Lyricist Live. I mean, I could keep naming the multitude of things that I'm in. Hoodies are back. Hustle and Hate. Sorry, Hustle Over Hate, which is a great thing. I chose to hustle over deal with the fucking hate. I ain't got time for that stuff, man. Don't make time for it. So, with that being said, I'm going to bring Coffee and Convo to an end, but don't be afraid to match energy. I don't care who it is. I don't care what the the circumstances are. Match the energy. Don't ever back down. Don't ever be afraid to be who you are. Stand your ground. Stay the course. They can't move you. They can't do shit about you. So this right here is the 12th episode in season 2 of Coffee and Convo. So what we're gonna do is be taking a short break, come back, and we're gonna do another 12. So we're at 24 episodes now. Guys, get caught up before the new season 3 starts of Coffee and Convo. We're still in season 1, so you can still catch me on the Lyricist Podcast, on YouTube, Twitch, X, Facebook, everywhere. So and we're working our way towards TikTok right now. So yeah, if you haven't done it yet, make sure you follow me on TikTok right there at the bottom. You can also follow the Lyricist Podcast too, right there on TikTok. And if you want to get a hoodie, go to my website. I am lyricist.com. Cop this hoodie, Hustle Over Hate. And stay the course, people. Stay the course. Don't let these clowns knock you off your course. I said it enough. Whatever, y'all. So until the next podcast, people,